That gotta go, baby.
Oh man. Well, bring my paper then.
I appreciate you.
Paper? Nah, I gotta remember the jokes that I wrote down.
Hey, man. The Candice and Kris show. Let's go. Come on. Hey.
Woo!
Candice and Kris show.
I wish I could sing because I would sing that in all the time. Welcome, world. Welcome to the show. Kris is still out, but I have a perfect co-host with me, none other than the man himself, the Vince Taylor.
Whopping.
Welcome to the show.
Good day, I know. Wagwan, sis.
Welcome.
It's good to see you by the fireplace, no? We are Caribbean, yes? Let me stop.
Listen, it's so good to have you.
It is.
You have been on our show before, and how are you doing? Like, what's going on with you?
I'm cool, man. Just been getting my little world travel on, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Trying to get money like you know what I'm saying? You know, I
Okay.
seen you pull up in the private jet out there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to get on your crew.
Okay, speak
So
that.
you know what I'm saying? Just be a little, you know what I'm saying? Be a little more relevant. But yeah, just doing my little travel thing, still comedy cruising, still doing international travel.
Okay.
That's what I'm all about and
And
grinding
here-
it out.
And here you are doing
Yeah.
a talk show.
And now I made it to the top. I can quit. I ain't gotta travel no more. I made it, bro. They paying me $10,000 million to do this, bro. This is my last gig ever.
Not $10
$10,000
million.
million, tax free. Tax free.
Good luck with that.
Let's do it.
After you cash that check, let me know how it turns out.
It's post dated for 2030.
But guys, we got a great show lined up for you. Don't go anywhere because we're just getting the party started. Let's start with the breakdown. So a Texas governor is rejecting a bill that was recently signed, the Trey Nichols bill. So if you guys remember, last year, Trey Nichols' death was a public outcry. And because of it, a bill was written into law by Memphis governors, by Memphis, county leaders, which was a Trey law. Now we have Governor Bill Lee, who signed another bill against the law in Tennessee, saying he does not want to restrict officers from doing their job. But the bill doesn't do that. The bill just says officers can no longer pull people over for petty crimes like a busted light or petty things that are repeat that actually give them the fuel they need to accost Black Americans or to profile them. The governor of Tennessee is like, no, he feels that it's going to be a problem.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little torn on this one.
Okay.
First of all, I ain't trying to call you out, but Tyree Nichols was
Right.
beat by like 5 black cops. So that's
Right.
kind of real messed up that they won't do anything to keep that from happening again. However, I don't know if just telling somebody that just not getting pulled over for their tail light being out is gonna solve the problem.
Right.
I don't know if that law really helps. Now, if they made a law that stopped or made it so that they could pull over anybody that had one of them baby on board signs, because like them things annoy the heck out of me. Or they have like them families that like have everybody, like we don't even know about your family. You know what I'm saying? Like pull them over. Like they need a ticket. Get them off the road.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Or anybody with like obscene like things on their bumper. Like, or the people who have their whole car is like a bunch of bumper stickers, that should be illegal. That's where the government should be focused. Why y'all focusing on this other stuff, man? Let's get these people off the road. I'm tired of that, bruh. Let's do the real work.
That's
Come
the
on,
real-
Governor
that's
of
the
Tennessee.
real work.
Tighten up. I will say this, though. I will say this, Tennessee, y'all are on notice because I
Yeah.
still don't like how y'all did my man Justin and them. You know, we got the two Justins that tried to hold up justice and they got ousted from that whole government. So the Justin with the fro and the Justin with the soul glow, like you Google them, you know who I'm talking about. So y'all need to tighten up. Y'all on notice, but get them people with the baby on board off the streets before you worry about all the black people.
Okay, well, before we go to the baby, before we do the baby on board, we really have to visit. You know, the thing about it is, it got me messed up.
I'm sorry.
The whole
Sorry.
concept of the bill is we've known that every time you're driving while black, it
Yeah.
could be the smallest things. And that's really what they're saying with the bill. They're just saying if the officers don't have the right to just pull, because remember in Tyree Nickel case, they said that he was speeding, right?
Yeah.
And according to their body cameras, they didn't show any probable cause for why they pulled him over.
Yeah.
None at all.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, in his police report,
Uh-huh.
he was actually pulled over for suspicion of speeding, which doesn't even
That
make any
doesn't even
sense.
make any sense.
Like, how where is your radar? You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as suspicion of speeding. Oh, he look like he going fast. Let's
You
pull him
look
over.
like you go- 'cause
I
you
don't like
black.
it because you black.
'Cause you
I mean,
black.
but they all
You
black
black.
too, so that doesn't make any. But the problem I have is, I don't think that this law stops Tyree Nichols from getting beat up, because if he had legitimately had any type of infraction, then they could have still been able to pull him aside. Like, let's not forget, this is Tennessee, but just in Alabama not too
Right.
long ago, there were some cops that went to some folks' house, beat them down, shot a dude in the mouth. That doesn't stop racial inequality from happening. So as much as I want this bill to go forward, I just think that it's a small bite out of a huge chunk of law that we need to work on.
But at least we saw, and we actually talked about that here not too long ago, at least those 6 officers will spend time behind bars.
Yes, they will.
Which is a right step in the right direction, not long enough,
Yeah,
but
that's
at
true.
least they were convicted.
And I feel like that's the way to go, especially because I heard one of them officers had one of them baby on board stickers in the back of his truck. And I like, you know what I'm saying? We just got to get rid of all them people.
Moving on. The baby on board is fine.
I can't stand the baby on board. If that is you, please unfollow me, please. I can't. Why we need to know about your? We see the car seat. Like, why
We
we gotta know
gonna
about
move
all that?
on next.
Just get over it. I'm tired.
New York, oh gosh, this is horrible. Okay, so 2 New York City squatters murdered and brutally killed a woman after she found out that they were in her apartment. Now, this is really, really bad. Now, this happens all the time. First of all, how were they able to get into the apartment? No one knows, but they were living there for about 3 months. Her family member came back from Spain to actually check on their family member. The son knew that the mom was in the apartment because they both follow each other under GPS tracking. Well, when they called police, they actually brutally beat her to death. She had multiple fractures, and then they stuffed her body inside a duffel bag. So this is them taking her parts out of the apartment, and this is so sad because when you think about it, this could happen to anybody. So, you know, my heart and prayer goes out to the family of Nadia Vitale, that's her name, but it's something that happens all the time. And I think more and more as homelessness becomes a bigger issue in the U.S.
And why is homelessness an issue? I want to quote my man Jimmy McMillan, who ran for president back in 2016, and his whole platform was the rent is too damn high. If the rent wasn't so damn high, we probably wouldn't have people squatting in other people's apartments. So let's discuss the possibility that maybe gentrification had a possibility to do with this, because they raised the rates and kick people out. And then as a result, they got to sneak in somebody's house. Now, it doesn't justify murder, doesn't justify it at all. These folks deserve the book thrown at them, and they deserve to have their lives taken away, not necessarily by the death penalty, but by the way of a criminal justice system. But at least it should also bring awareness to the fact that people are squatting because of low resources and economic conditions. And so for that, I think that needs to be looked at as well.
You know what? I do have to agree with you, but we're talking about New York City, okay, who has some of the highest rates. You're talking about a city that has immigration problems out the kazoo. The Kennedy Center is nothing but immigrants everywhere, all around. So not only is it a problem with economic wealth, but it's also a problem with our borders. It's also a problem with immigration. We have so many people coming in, no resources, nowhere for these people to go.
Are you insinuating that the folks that did this were immigrants?
No, not at all. I can't do that because I don't know them. But it adds to the problem. I'm an immigrant, but I'm not about to squat in somebody.
I immigrated from St. Louis,
You know
Missouri,
what? Shut
down to
up.
Florida. You know, I'm down in-
I'm not about to. I'm
Across the
not
border.
about to, but I'm not about to think that it's not a problem overall. I think crime overall is high. People are going to get away with what they can. They found a loophole. They knew that, okay, this woman's family is not around. She's by herself. No one's going to find out. They've been there for 3 months. 3 months.
All right. Well, I think that some of this is manufactured. Frankly, I don't buy into this notion that the United States is so over. Look, me and you both done been to a Caribbean beach club. We done been to a club before when it was packed and had to. It ain't like that nowhere in the United States. So this whole notion that it's too many people. The problem isn't the immigrants. The problem is the immigration system and how it does
Absolutely.
not allow people to actually get their asylum for like years after they actually cross the border.
Right.
So instead of demonizing the people that are coming to what is being sold to everybody as the greatest nation in the entire world,
Right.
then let's make it either easier or let's make an immigration system that allows them to come and rewards them. See, people don't give my man Obama credit. He had the highest deportations, but most of them were just the criminals.
Lord.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'm going there. Now, I feel like this dude from Texas, the dude in the wheelchair, no shade, he started sending the immigrants all around because he wanted everybody to feel like, hey, look, this is a real problem.
About Texas Gavin.
Governor. Not Gavin. That's California. This is the dude from Texas, the dude in the wheelchair. I forget his name. But somebody gonna remind me, I'm sure. The problem is, it's not that. The economic conditions will exist even without the immigrants. So don't sit and blame the people that are coming trying to look for a better life.
Right.
Let's blame the fact that
But
a better
nobody-
life does not exist for everybody here because of inequality.
But nobody's blaming the immigrants because that would be blaming myself. I'm blaming the
Nobody?
system. I'm blaming
Okay.
the system.
All right.
Big difference.
All
I
right.
have no problem with immigrants. I would be crazy to.
Actually-
It's the system that's not set up to help them. It's the system that when they do come here, people, first of all, we got to remember when people come here, a lot of them are running for their lives.
True.
Okay, they're running to safety, and they come here and they don't have that. So what are they supposed to do? You just said it yourself. You have the governor of a whole nother state shipping them to the Kamala's home.
Yeah.
Where's Kamala?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to ask, where's Kamala?
I know where she
Okay, where? Twerking?
Nah, she ain't
Okay,
twerking.
so where's Kamala? So where are all these funds? We're supposed to be the richest company in the richest country in the world. Where's all this money?
Well, again, we have plenty of money.
You
It's not
know?
the money that's an issue. The issue is the system, as you said.
Yeah.
So somebody can come to the border right now and seek legal immigration asylum in the United States, but they have to wait for their chance in court to state all of that. So the problem is that, and our governor ourselves is also having problems. So I don't know. We'll talk about it.
It's an overall problem. I wish it was that easy as
It's
you
definitely
just
not.
put it, but it really isn't that simple. A lot of them that come here, they don't even make it on the soil. They're shot down before they even get to land. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but it's a reality.
I understand.
But we're gonna visit this again because I can see your passion behind it. We
Little
gonna
something.
we're gonna fight this out.
I'm
But we
ready.
gotta take a break, guys. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere with so much more. We about to get into it now.
Come on, pull up,
Come
man.
on.
I'm gonna deport you.
Hey, man. The Candice and Kris show. Let's go. Come on. Hey, man. The Candice and Kris show.
Welcome back. We're here tuning into what's trending. You know what? My co-host does not know how to act, y'all. He's over here just dancing and carrying on. But we got to still get into the show. We're going to ignore him for a second while he dances on the sidelines. But Balenciaga. So apparently this is going viral all over social media. Now, we don't know if they're really selling this. We know that it was on the runway. So apparently folks are talking about this Scotch tape, which is supposedly a bracelet that's selling for over $4,000, almost $5,000. So this actually was on the carpet, not the red carpet, their 2024 fashion show. One of the models had it on their hand, on their wrist, and people are just going wild over this masking tape.
I love
and it's
it.
because it's masking tape.
I freaking love it. I love
masking
it.
tape.
I love it. I don't think she's charging enough. I think she should upcharge it a little bit, man. What did she say? 42K? That ain't enough, bruh. Like with this one purchase, you can not only be as fashionable as you want at the next gala, but you can also shut your kids up if they talking too much in the backseat. Simply about, all right, who gonna say something? Say something else sound like, all right, boom, right there on your hip, man. You could actually tie somebody up if they getting on your nerves, respectably. Nah, nobody does
Don't
no
do that,
violence.
y'all.
That's
Don't
too
tie
violence.
nobody up.
But
You
you
did
know,
not
if
hear
that
that on this show. You
if that's
did
your
not.
little, if that's your little kink, you know what I'm saying? There it is, bam, right there,
Y'all
like
did
baby.
not
You know what I'm
hear
saying?
that. Y'all
What'd you
did
say?
not hear
All right.
that on this
You know what
show.
I'm saying? Go ahead, Terrell. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? I like the. I ain't gonna lie. Now I would probably get mine from Lowe's before I get it from whatever site they selling it on, because I'm pretty sure you can get that same exact model for $4.95 on aisle 9 at the Home Depot right there in Winter Garden.
We do not endorse.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say
We
that.
do not endorse tying anybody up with tape.
I mean,
we absolutely do not endorse it. We do not
listen,
recommend it.
Hey, look,
Now,
look,
this
look,
is not the first time that Balenciaga has taken something to make a headline with. If y'all remember not too long ago, Kim Kardashian had the caution tape wrapped all around her.
Okay.
And it was the biggest thing all over social media. So they're used to doing things like this.
I think
you wouldn't get the masking tape.
I would do the masking tape, but I like the caution tape too. That's the yellow and black, right?
The yellow,
and
yes.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, man, that's the perfect
No,
kind
I
of tape
actually like the caution
that Kim
tape.
Kardashian should have on when she walks into her room, especially one full of black men. Caution to be strapped around her. It seems fitting. I'm just saying.
I don't know about.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you didn't know already, there's been.
I don't think anybody should have tape on them.
yeah.
If it's a fashion statement, then yes, go for it.
Well, I mean, why just
And then
this?
it says made in France, so it's made
that's the problem,
They
yeah.
made sure that they
Well,
tagged it properly.
yeah. Well, what about? I mean, this is masking tape, but what about like the other tapes, like
My
duct
thing
tape?
is can you use it?
Yeah,
that's where, because if I'm wearing masking tape and I need to,
Exactly.
tape the girls up in the outfit,
Yeah,
then,
me too.
Then that would make sense.
Every now and then they don't want to act right.
No, don't do that.
I'm trying to.
No, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I
This
didn't
not,
prep you
yep.
right today.
Okay, let's move on. So, Diddy, that's all I could say.
Did he do it?
I need you to calm down before we even go into it, because you about to just turn all the way up. Okay, so the beautiful Tamika Del Rey is now speaking out about her horrific story. However, she's not speaking about it all the way. Now, you guys know that she's a respected journalist, and she used to work for Diddy years ago. She did come out, and she did have this to say. Take a listen.
Over. And mind you, I then interviewed him many times. I have a lot of stories, y'all. I've been in Hollywood for 25 years, maybe longer, 30. I got a lot of stories. Unfortunately, maybe I'll write a book one day, but it just is so traumatizing that women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit and revisit, we live in a state of victimhood, and nobody wants to live there. So for those of you like, why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy, and we really want to forget the trauma. So there's that.
You guys know that there's several sexual assault cases out there against Diddy. And this is just another highlight of a high-profile person that's coming out and having something to say. Remember last week it was Tor who actually came out on Joanne Reed's interview and said, listen, he had his child, his family member who's a male had a run-in with Diddy. He used to work for him, and because he wouldn't spend the night with him.
Correct.
You know, that was the end of it. But this seems to be more and more. Every day I feel like we're talking about Diddy because it's never ending. It's always something new.
I feel like, first of all, just to kind of women have gone through so much that men don't know about. And I love this watershed moment where we're able to bring to light some of these powerful men's sins that have been conducted in the dark over the years. I hate the fact that Diddy is, I mean, we've already known Diddy was a shady figure. Look at everybody on Bad Boy. I don't like the fact that now I can't hear Bad Boy songs in a club without thinking that Diddy has something to do with the demise of it. At the same time, though, I feel like this young lady, as much as I am sad about what happened, I hope that she also will use the traumatic experience to assist with other young ladies in that same predicament without having to do it for profit. I was with her until she said, maybe I'll write a book about it, which I get why you'd write a book about it, but it shouldn't necessarily just be for profit. Your plight that happened, let's also remember the other women who don't have a career like her that can't just go out there, publish a book, and everybody get attention from it to be able to sell it. So I hope that she'll also consider, in addition to the book, which she should write, also being a mentor to some of the younger women like Cassie who did have to suffer under folks like Diddy and Kelly, or R. Diddy as I call him at this point, because they're basically the same person. And I hope that that's something that she keeps in mind. At the same time, I mean, it's messed up, man. It's messed up.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with that because that's her pain. And she wants to channel that in that way. She already said it was really traumatic, right?
True.
It's not even something that she wants to speak on. So I can only imagine how traumatic it was. I can only imagine how bad it was. My thing is this. She can talk about it however she wants to. Do I feel that it would be for gain at this point? No. I think what happened is all Cassie did was open the floodgates. She opened the floodgates. She gave everyone a voice to finally feel not afraid of Diddy. How many people have been afraid of him the years gone on? People that have worked for him.
Yeah, man.
Publishing rights. He gave up all the publishing rights. Now we understand where that came from.
Yeah.
Because all of this was going on way before we knew anything about it.
And think about you mentioned Touré's nephew, I think it was, or cousin, who he said he was interning with him, but then he had to stop because he said, if you don't spend the night with me, then you fired, basically, which is literally the definition of sexual harassment. However, I also think about what they used to say about Usher back then. Like, we used to whatever. And all the other little stories, now that these stories are coming to light, it's all 100% credible, man. And JD wasn't doing none of that, bruh. I'm looking at JD like, man, you did that with Kris Kross and all them. You had no problems. It is completely possible to be a successful producer without having to freaking do anything wrong to the people that are working for you. Sorry, I got a little excited.
Look at Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Look at his spending 24 hours with Diddy. All of these cases are coming back to light. Did you see the one with Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson was out of there. Yeah. That was so uncomfortable for me to watch. If you guys haven't seen it, there's an interview going around right now with Mike Tyson and Diddy did a sit down together. And it looked like Diddy was trying to put his hand on Tyson's leg. Did you see that?
No,
Tyson took his hand and said, y'all gotta go find it.
Yo, I need to see that.
Pull up Tyson and Diddy interview. So there's so many things that are coming out now and that's surfacing, and it doesn't look good for him. The FBI came out and said they literally are searching now for all his flight records. They're going through time. So there, where there's smoke, there's fire.
It's definitely fire. And my God, the cojones on Diddy to put his hands on Mike Tyson.
Y'all got to see it. I watched it last night, and I had to back up a couple times. Mike literally did. He took his. Mr. Take the man on, and then go so.
Whoa, yo, look, man, I'm surprised Tyson wasn't like, take that.
But I think that was younger Tyson, where he wasn't.
So this wasn't recent. This was a long time ago.
This was a long time ago. So all that stuff is coming back out, and now we're looking at it in a different way.
Can I ask you something real quick? I know you don't understand, but do you believe this whole thing, like, men have so many experiences that they get tired of women? Like, they're so popular, they're like, let me try something new. Like, that's what's happening with Diddy? You think that's the thing?
Who y'all ask me? No. No, nothing about that.
I don't know what to say about them business, y'all. Man, play them thing there.
I could see, switching up some chicken
Nah.
for some steak, but
Yeah,
not some
yeah,
chicken
yeah,
for some
nah.
sushi.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the other side of the pond.
Nah,
but my
yeah.
thing is this.
I'm with that.
So wait, okay, there's more. R. Kelly. Hello. R. Kelly called in. Hold on. R. Kelly, yes, in jail. R. Kelly called in to, hold on, let me get it. Whack 100 to discuss the allegations that's going around Diddy. And R. Kelly said, absolutely not. Not
man.
Diddy.
Nah, it's a bad sign when the one coming to your rescue is
in
the
jail.
dude who is locked up for having his own freaking sex slave castle where he's giving sexual transmitted diseases to all of his patrons. Nah, man, that's not a good look, homeboy. I'm sorry, bro. You need to find another endorsement, man. Y'all, I guess that's what it is.
But
Yeah.
you know what? He not too long. He can't get his money out the commissary. So I guess I think he feels if he links up with Diddy, he'll get some coins. Cause you know he's fighting to get his money out of the commissary.
man,
So
that
this
is a
is
problem.
an ongoing.
Nah,
This
man.
is ongoing. It's gonna be. I hate
Nah.
that we're laughing at someone's expense because we're not making fun of it.
Right,
we're just
right.
reporting it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, just
I
reporting it.
haven't come to my own conclusion yet. It's so much.
I have.
It's so much.
I think Diddy
It's so
did
much.
it. I think he did all of it because powerful black men and powerful men, period. Excuse me, not black men, just men. Powerful
general.
men, they take advantage. That's
Yeah.
just the way it goes.
I don't know, but we're gonna have to see what happens. But I got to thank Talkie Vincy Finzy. I appreciate it on the show. But guys, we're gonna be back tomorrow with so much more. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, y'all.
Dude.